Recording. Hello, hello, and welcome to Unveiling Meditation. I am Kari Caldwell, and it is an honor to be here with you as we journey into today's theme of patience working with the goddess Artemis. So my invitation to each of you, we are going to jump right in, and my invitation to each of you is to settle into your comfortable spot and get ready for a good journey, a good adventure together. Taking a nice, deep, deep, deep breath in, breathing in, and just letting out a nice big sigh. And again, breathing in, just allowing a nice big sigh of relief to be exhaled. Artemis, she is our goddess of, a Greek goddess, I should say, of the hunt, of purity, of faith, integrity. And her story is, she has a lot of different stories, as in all Greek mythology. The gods were never just a small player. They always held significant roles. And she is the daughter of Zeus and Leto and the twin to Apollo. But what's really unique about Artemis is, like Athena, she is also, and Hestia, she is a goddess who was always sovereign, was always in her maidenhood. She never sacrificed or she never lost her virginity, would be the easiest way to say it in the Greek god world. And so what that means is that Artemis holds this level, this journey that we can connect to about ourselves that still remains pure. And it's the activation and that connection to that purity that she guides us into. And yet we know that these things come upon us. It is not just something that we learn. It is something that we discover as we seek to reclaim the most valuable pieces of ourselves, all, of course, in that incredible pursuit of love. And so Artemis is known as the huntress, meaning always in pursuit of the hunt. She asked her father Zeus if she could never be married. And so in granting her wish, he gave her the gift of the forest, the kingdom of the forest. And she essentially became married to the forest and all of the creatures that live there, living in her divine nature, in her purity as the protectress. That being said, we know Artemis had many lovers or gods that pursued her. Orion, the great and mighty hunter, probably being her closest that she connected with. And Orion was killed, whether it was by Apollo or Artemis, it's not known. But as he attempted to ultimately one day disrobe her, he met his death. So there is this awareness, the frequency and the energy of that. You know, we understand this in the human terms of, like, it sounds so violent and intense, right? But at the end of the day, it's honoring that integrity within ourselves and never, ever sacrificing or compromising what that truth and integrity is of your heart and your desires. And that's truly what this mythology is speaking to, and what we get to explore and play with and reconnect with today. So, nice, deep, deep inhale. Just allowing your breath to guide you further and further in, feeling the awakening and activation of Artemis, of her bow and arrow, feeling yourself as you imagine falling into that space of quiet and calm, tuning into sounds of the environment around you, whether you're just listening in or actually sitting deep in quiet reflection, allowing the sounds of nature to begin to flood your awareness as we begin our journey with our light link, bringing middle finger to thumb. And as we bring middle finger to thumb, opening our hearts, sending our intention and lifting our thoughts and our prayers up towards the top of our mind into that beautiful soul star chakra as we begin to capture the images, the energy, the memories, the opportunities held within the sun and its symbolism of the golden light. And just taking a moment and allowing that sun to shine down. You've journeyed on this path with me many times before. And as the sun continues to rise and our meditations continue to progress, we can feel its light shining in, awakening each of the cells within our body, within our hearts, within our awareness. Your gifts to yourself, the gift of light. And so as we allow for this sun to melt down and through and into your body, just feeling all of its warmth and its comfort, feeling your body's warmth and its comfort as you allow for it to settle in, shifting into our second part of the light link and feeling the earth beneath our hips, feeling our feet on the floor, feeling your sitting bones pulling and tugging against your body as gravity holds you fast and we really begin to slide into this journey down into the depths of the earth, allowing for its frequencies, those slower vibrational megahertz, feeling the differences not only between the sun and the rhythm of your day, but as we connect to the earth, that slow vibration, big, long waves of energy pulsing forth from the earth, and like waves slowly rolling over you, you can feel yourself slowing down into your body's divine nature. For the healing and the transformation and the harmony that we are all seeking as we quiet our minds and come into our bodies, it doesn't exist in that fast pace. It exists right here in these slower vibrations. And as we allow our heart and the rhythm of our cells to pulse to this frequency, so too do our cells open to the nourishment, to the wisdom that lives within them, but is only found in this sacred vibration, this slow vibration of the earth. And this is the beauty and the magic that Artemis knew. She was given reign over the forest and its animals and its critters, and understood that each animal, a totem, embodying and encapsulating one perfect trait of spirit, whether it be the listening and the mighty ears of the fox that can hear the most faintest of scurries of the mouse's foot, or the vision of the hawk and the eagle. These frequencies, these vibrations hold these awarenesses of each animal and critter and its magic, its gift, its skill. And so as you journey deeper and deeper in, becoming aware that as human, as part of humankind, you embrace all of these gifts. You possess the power to harness and to capture and to hold the gifts of all of nature through your intellect and your understanding and their capacity to adapt your body to the frequency and the vibrations all around you. And so as we drop deeper and deeper in, it's this capacity that guides us into the center of the earth, our ability to mirror all things around us through those incredible mirror neurons. allowing our imagination to take us deeper in. And whether you sense through your feeling and you feel the slowdown in your body as you allow your breath to guide you deeper and deeper, or whether your mind is jumping between activities and in and out, or you're completely visual and you begin to see the center of the earth and where that pulsing, that frequency is emanating from. Here in this moment, you capture in your heart the power of your gifts. For today, we are not here to surrender. We've already surrendered. Today, we are here to encapsulate, to bring in all of the power that we possess, to reclaim the beauty of nature and our hearts, and where our love has been gifted out into the world. And so as you breathe deeper and deeper in, following Artemis's path, many, many hunting paths through the woods, we find ourselves winding our way into the center of the earth. Its intricate and woven web holding all of those fragmented pieces of who and what we are. Artemis being the goddess of the moon, able to offer beautiful mirroring and reflection and guidance, helping us to pursue that which we are. As you breathe in and out, taking it all in. And our journey begins as we open our hearts and allow ourselves to move down the paths through Artemis's wood. Maybe you find yourself in the daylight or the moonlight, wherever you are. However she is guiding you, allow yourself to follow without doubt, without question, to just be led. Beginning with our bodies, asking ourselves, where are there any missing pieces within? Allowing Artemis to guide you, your body to guide you. Where is there tension? Where are you feeling the call to deepen, to bring more love? Any old injuries or scar tissue, memories of where you've experienced that disconnection, compromised your body, allowing yourself to get that sense, that feeling of where these pieces are, and allowing for the love to guide you back in. For the truth is, there is joy and there is light and there is love. Allowing the frequencies at the center of the earth as your tense muscles and the scar tissue opens and relaxes to begin to vibrate through. Following her deeper and deeper in on the path as it winds around, and noticing if there are any animals that come across your awareness, maybe a butterfly, maybe that fox I mentioned, maybe a wolf, whatever your heart is opening to and whoever you are being guided into collaborate with deeper, beginning to recognize where you've settled and allowed for someone or given a large chunk of your heart and experienced it not being honored or handled in the right way. And in this moment, sending waves of love to those people and those experiences and places and things as you reclaim and shoot that arrow of truth, of light and love into the center, so that you no longer feel the disconnection and the story that you're not enough, whether conscious or unconscious, is eradicated from your mind and your body. As you breathe in and out, beginning to look around in this forest, imagining yourself deep in its center now. Beginning to see not only one or two animals or birds, but the entire forest and fauna awakening to your heart and your presence. And as though each one symbolizes an attribute or a trait that you've lost touch with or compromised, allowing them all to make their presence known, honoring you as you reclaim these pieces, these fragments of who and what you are. Your truth, your dignity, your awareness to be bold, to be persistent, to see things through no matter what, because you know that that is your path. No matter how many times you felt like giving up, choosing to stay strong, choosing to allow yourself to walk the path of light and love. As you breathe in and out, feeling this mighty support that Artemis brings, and the light and love of all of the fragments coming back to you, as though you sit in the center of the glade and can feel yourself as all of these totems surround you, being emboldened and reminded that you are not alone. And as though you're suddenly feeling the sun upon your forehead and the energy beneath your feet, you feel yourself becoming that magnet of attraction, calling in the light within your heart. And as though specks of light like fireflies have been cast out into the world, you suddenly feel them all being sucked in to the center of your heart. The times when you've been too much service without caring for who and what you are, all of those moments being drawn in, that cord that was needed to that moment in time for yourself, reconnecting, feeling the protection of the forest and the woods. And as you do, feeling a lightness beginning to rise within your body, beginning to recognize not only that you are free, no longer held down by these cords and restraints of where you've compromised and sold yourself short, as each one snaps loose, feeling that wild fire and light rising within you, as though the chains are being cut, and with each one, you feel that tension in your body being released. As that tension releases itself, trusting and knowing with each one, you too are one of the creatures of the forest, one who falls under Artemis's protection, and that you are meant to run wild and free, chasing your heart, chasing your dreams, chasing your vision, celebrating the strength and the courage that has led you to this moment in time, feeling the honoring and the respect that floods into your body, even just for taking this brief moment, this drop in time to be nurtured, to be seen. And as you feel yourself coming back to yourself, running freely through the woods, you feel yourself drawing that golden arrow of love and taking aim and allowing its truth to pierce the veils of deceit and lies and deceptions that keep you locked in your cage. And you begin to recognize that that arrow, that golden arrow of truth, also can be cast out, arcing its way through space and time, like many arrows raining down on this planet, lifting, allowing for the prayers of joy, and light and freedom to reign, not only here, but across our planet. And so as you breathe in and out, feeling the power you possess to not only be joy and light and love for yourself, to reclaim the most important pieces of yourself, allowing yourself to be guided, allowing yourself to hunt and to go after who you are in your truth, but also empowering in your journey and your mission others to do the same. And so as we raise our hearts and our minds together today, I invite you to take a nice deep breath in, feeling yourself as Artemis gifts you with the quiver of bows of truth and the golden arrow, your rights to plant a stake in the ground, to claim your truth, to no longer wobble to and fro, lost and caught up in the dramas of those around you, no longer swayed or pulled in the direction of despair and all is evil, knowing that you are the huntress or the hunter and the warrior who is able to make a stand for truth by simply being you and allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to feel love, to hunt and pursue love to the great ends of the earth. And so I invite you, as we roll our shoulders, opening the heart, feeling the light and love of the sun coming in, to stake this claim for yourself and the world, rolling your ankles, allowing your body to welcome this energy in, rolling your wrists, taking a nice deep inhale as we allow our sense of inner vision to begin to match that with our outer vision. May your truth and your light and your love always roam free and wild, today and always.